Stoicism, a comprehensive summary of its philosophy and key concepts. Stoicism, founded by Zeno of Citium in Athens around 300 BCE, represents a profound ancient Greek philosophical tradition centered on reason, virtue, and resilience as the pillars of a flourishing life. This philosophy urges individuals to align themselves with nature's rational order, accept uncontrollable events, and cultivate inner strength and moral character. With lasting influence spanning the Hellenistic and Roman eras, Stoicism was shaped by seminal thinkers such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. This comprehensive overview explores Stoicism's philosophical roots, core concepts, practical applications, contemporary relevance, and critical perspectives. Philosophical roots. The philosophical origins of Stoicism are richly interwoven with earlier schools of thought. Pre-Socratic philosophy, particularly through Heraclitus, emphasized the unity and rationality of nature, introducing the concept of logos, the rational principle governing the cosmos. Stoicism adopts this notion, situating human reason as integral to understanding and living in harmony with the universe's natural order. Additionally, Socratic philosophy contributed a foundational emphasis on virtue as the highest good, with Socrates himself famously declaring, "The unexamined life is not worth living." This ethical focus on reasoned self-examination and moral excellence permeates Stoic thought. The influence of cynicism is also evident in Stoicism's embrace of asceticism and self-sufficiency, advocating detachment from external possessions in favor of inner resources. Finally, while Stoicism diverges in certain respects from Aristotelian ethics, it shares Aristotle's conviction that virtue is essential for achieving eudaimonia, or a flourishing life. Together, these philosophical antecedents establish the framework within which Stoicism articulates its enduring principles. Central to Stoicism is the idea of living according to nature, which entails understanding and aligning oneself with the logos, or rational order, of the cosmos. This principle demands acceptance of life's natural cycles, including impermanence and mortality, encouraging mindfulness and resilience amid uncertainty. Zeno's injunction to follow nature encapsulates this harmonious way of life, guiding individuals toward virtue, by fulfilling their rational purpose. Another foundational Stoic tenet is the dichotomy of control, articulated most famously by Epictetus. This concept distinguishes between what lies within an individual's power, namely their thoughts and actions, and what lies beyond it, such as fate or other people's opinions. By focusing only on internal domains, individuals can avoid unnecessary distress and cultivate personal growth. For example, responding calmly to criticism reflects an understanding that while others' judgments are uncontrollable, one's reaction is not. This approach offers practical tools for managing anxiety and fostering emotional resilience. At the heart of Stoicism is the conviction that virtue is the highest good. Defined through the cardinal virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, virtue alone suffices for happiness regardless of external circumstances. Seneca's assertion that virtue alone is sufficient for happiness underscores this ideal. In practical terms, it calls for integrity and fairness, even when such behavior is inconvenient or unprofitable, thereby prioritizing moral character over material success. Closely linked to virtue is the concept of acceptance of fate, or amor fati, which urges individuals to embrace all life events, including suffering and loss, as necessary parts of the cosmic order. Marcus Aurelius writes, "What happens to each man is ordained for him," highlighting the liberating effect of accepting events as they unfold. By reframing setbacks, such as a job loss, as opportunities for growth rather than personal failure, amor fati fosters resilience, gratitude, and a constructive outlook toward life's challenges. The practice of negative visualization further strengthens Stoic resilience by encouraging individuals to imagine worst-case scenarios. This anticipatory reflection diminishes fear of the unknown, and enhances appreciation for present blessings. Seneca notes that he robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand. Such practices equip individuals to face adversity with equanimity, deepening mindfulness and emotional preparedness. Finally, Stoic cosmopolitanism asserts that all humans belong to a single global community governed by universal reason. Zeno's declaration, "I am a citizen of the world," reflects this inclusive worldview, which promotes justice and compassion across cultural and national boundaries. In practice, this principle inspires engagement with global issues, such as human rights and environmental stewardship, affirming a shared responsibility to humanity. Relevance for everyday life. Stoicism's timeless teachings continue to resonate in contemporary contexts, offering practical tools for mental health, ethical leadership, mindful living, and global citizenship. The dichotomy of control and negative visualization techniques, for example, provide effective strategies for managing anxiety, grief, and uncertainty, such as calming nerves before a high-stakes interview. Ethically, Stoic virtues encourage integrity and courage in leadership, with leaders who prioritize employee well-being embodying these ideals. Moreover, Stoicism's emphasis on living in accordance with nature and embracing fate fosters mindfulness and gratitude in daily life, helping individuals respond calmly to routine frustrations like traffic delays or unexpected changes. On a broader scale, Stoic cosmopolitanism encourages active compassion and responsibility, motivating participation in humanitarian efforts and environmental causes as expressions of universal justice. Critiques of Stoicism. Despite its enduring appeal, Stoicism faces critical scrutiny on several fronts. Some argue that its overemphasis on rationality undervalues emotions and the rich complexity of human experience. Philosopher Martha Nussbaum, for instance, contends that Stoic suppression of emotions neglects their vital role in ethical decision-making. Furthermore, Stoicism's detachment from external success is seen by some, including Friedrich Nietzsche, as impractical or even resigned, lacking the creative will to assert one's individuality in a competitive world. Additionally, the Stoic ideal of acceptance of fate risks being misinterpreted as fatalism or passivity in the face of injustice. Existentialist thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre emphasize the importance of individual agency and the power to shape one's destiny, challenging any notion that Stoicism endorses resignation. These critiques invite ongoing dialogue about Stoicism's role in contemporary moral and psychological life. In sum, Stoicism offers a robust philosophical framework centered on resilience, virtue, and inner peace. Its core teachings, living in harmony with nature, understanding the dichotomy of control, practicing negative visualization, and embracing cosmopolitanism, remain profoundly relevant for navigating the psychological, ethical, and social complexities of modern life. While critiques highlight potential limitations, the philosophy's emphasis on mindfulness, gratitude, and universal compassion continues to inspire purposeful and ethical living in an ever-changing world. If you found this exploration of Stoicism insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with more thoughtful content. Thanks for watching.